Today, the idea that all people are entitled to equal rights is common, widespread, and so permeates modern culture in Western countries that it's hard to imagine people thinking differently. However, in the time of John Locke, it was generally believed that there was a natural hierarchy. Some people were naturally superior to others. Some people were born to rule and others to serve. This was considered the natural order. The average person was considered to have only those rights that existing political and religious authorities chose to grant to them, and only so long as they chose to grant them these rights. In stark contrast to the dominant view of the time, Locke argued that all people were born with the same moral status. Therefore, no one is naturally born to be a ruler or servant. In other words, no one is born with a natural claim to authority over others. Locke thought that since we were each beings who pursue self-preservation and happiness, we each equally have the same right to pursue self-preservation and happiness. We each are born to a right to do as we see fit with our lives, liberty, and property. Let's use an example to clarify John Locke's radical idea. Gary was born into a family of poor farmers, whose lands were within the territory of King Louis. Despite Gary and Louis being very different people from very different backgrounds, Locke argued both were born with the same rights. Gary may be poor, but he's still a human being, just like Louis, and therefore entitled to the same set of rights. Locke's ideas were revolutionary because it meant the rights, possessed only by monarchs, kings, and elites of the time, were actually the birthright of every human being. Locke's ideas challenged the status quo of a natural hierarchy and laid the foundation for societies based on equal rights for all people. For more information on John Locke, visit essentialjohnlocke.org. And to learn more about Essential Scholars, visit essentialscholars.org.